It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Hey, good morning and welcome to Monday Travel and Cruise Industry News Podcast. On this, the third day of June 2024, coming to you from what's going to be a very warm day here in Central Virginia, as we're going to be back up in the mid 80s again. We've got all week in the 80s, the temperature only going down in the 60s at night. So yeah, the pool should be back where I can stand to get in it at least sometime this week. So I am going to go out there this afternoon and stick the toe in, see how bad those 40-degree nights killed it, but we'll see. All right, so we've got several news stories today. Not a whole lot, but some. Sick cruise guests cause flight cancellations. That's our top story. Disney Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point is ready. Greenland cruise cancels Greenland. What? NCL Prima, come on, tongue. Mrs. Amsterdam. Islander is in Florida. Apex cancels Labadee. And Discovery Princess cancels Juneau. That and lots more here at 11 a.m. this morning. Today, before I get to distressing news, today is National Egg Day. I can deal with that. I like having my eggs. And I don't care how they're cooked. Of course, everybody knows I love Eggs Benedict. But scrambled eggs is fine. Fried eggs is fine. It doesn't matter. It does. Anyway, I'll eat them. I'll eat an egg or two. If you're listening via the podcast, you can always access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Just search for Travel and Cruise Industry News, and up pops the Fat Travel Guy. I got some terribly distressing news this weekend. The London Eye, that big ass Ferris wheel in London that's like 6 stories up in the air. It's wheelchair accessible. And I can't even blame this one on Hot Air Tom, because Cindy says, oh, Chillie can do that. I did it. And I'm not even Catholic. Oy vey. Yeah. Wheelchair accessible. Yeah, that's great. Of course, that's not till January. Maybe by then I can get some really good drugs or something. I'm kidding. Of course I'm kidding. So, when we left here Friday, we were about to witness an important event. And that was Nick and Cindy going to No Name Bar. Well, as it turns out, Nick wasn't feeling so hot, but Cindy made it. There might have been some adult beverages involved. That's in the pool. That's Cindy with Dan, one of the regulars there. And he looks like he's got what's left of a pina colada. I know, because I've had the pina coladas there several times. And of course, that's Cindy in the pool. Now, there was one problem with Cindy's visit. She was wearing a Puerto Vallarta hat. So Elizabeth says, no, we can't do that. So they left a no-name bar there, and they went next door to the lady's shop. It's right next door to No Name Bar, and Elizabeth says she would get a plug online today. So they got Cindy a Cozumel cap so she could get rid of the Puerto Vallarta cap right next to the No Name Bar. So if you're ever in that vicinity, go visit. Tell them Chillie sent you. Tell them know who that is. All right. That was Cindy. All right, so let's we can get to the news portion of today's show. But first, how about a word from one of our fine network sponsors? A United Airlines flight from Vancouver to Houston this weekend had an unexpected illness outbreak on board, with 25 to 30 passengers becoming ill during the flight. A quick investigation revealed that all the sick flyers had been part of a larger group cruise, indicating a potential norovirus outbreak on board the ship. Because of the extensive illness on board, local emergency responders in Houston met the Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircraft to evaluate several ill passengers. The aircraft was then removed from service for deep cleaning, which caused 3 different flight cancellations. None of the ill flight passengers required hospitalization. While the cruise line and the ship the group had sailed on have not been confirmed, Radiance of the Seas is the only vessel to have docked in Vancouver the same day. Disney Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point, which is located on Eleuthera in the Bahamas, has been under construction since April of 2022. The private island experience is finally finished, just in time for the first guests to set foot on the island's sandy shores. Beginning Thursday, the island will officially be open to guests who will get to meet Mickey and Minnie in their traditional Junkanoo-inspired attire, embrace Bahamian culture, and enjoy beachside lounging, dining, water sports, and other excursions. Disney Magic will do the honors to bring the first visitors to Disney's new private destination. Guests on board Carnival Pride on her special early summer Carnival Journeys cruise to Greenland will not be able to visit Greenland at all. The decision to scrap both parts of call has been made due to poor weather and local ice, including substantial bergs that make navigation more hazardous. Instead of visiting Nanortalik and Qaqortoq on today and tomorrow, the ship will now spend both days at sea. Today becomes a day of scenic cruising through the fjords of Avitut, an abandoned mining town 123 miles northwest of Nanortalik and 80 miles west-northwest of Qaqortoq. While the scenic cruising will showcase Greenland's natural beauty for those on board Carnival Pride, there will be no opportunity to visit land or explore the destination. It is hoped that there will still be a great chance to see the northern lights. Hey, cruisers, how about a transatlantic on the Norwegian Bliss, sailing from Miami on January the 4th, arriving in Southampton in the UK on January the 17th. You can sail with Hot Air Tom, Kenneth and Robin, Gary Older Than Dirt, and me, and others on a wonderful cruise on the Bliss. Prices start at $927. Solos start at $1427. Those include taxes and port charges. We'll be stopping at Ponta Delgado, Lisbon, Vigo, Le Havre, and end up in Southampton. It's going to be a fabulous cruise. Miami to Southampton. Celebrity Cruises is canceling Celebrity Apex scheduled visits to Labadee in Haiti. The change was announced in statements sent to booked guests and travel agents. The Celebrity Apex was scheduled to visit Royal Caribbean's private destination during different week-long Western and Eastern Caribbean itineraries. Instead of sailing to Labadee, the ship is now set to visit other destinations in the Caribbean, including Nassau, Coco Cay, and Grand Turk in Turks and Caicos. The new Margaritaville at Sea Islander has arrived in the Sunshine State, but hasn't quite reached her home port. The ship, fresh from an extensive dry dock renovation, arrived in Fort Lauderdale yesterday, where she will take on additional supplies before moving around the Florida Peninsula to her new home in Tampa Bay. The ship left Harland and Wolff Shipyard in Belfast, Northern Ireland on Sunday, May the 19th, and has been making her way across the Atlantic. Guests sailing aboard the Norwegian Prima missed their planned port of call in Amsterdam this weekend due to high winds that prevented the ship from transiting the sea locks leading to the city's cruise port. Rainy weather put a damper on the city, but it was the wind reaching up to 17 miles per hour that caused the ship to turn away from the port call and instead sail to her next destination, Bruges, a day before the ship's scheduled call there. Discovery Princess has canceled her Juneau call today due to a medical evacuation which caused a significant delay en route to Alaska. Discovery Princess will continue her southeast voyage as originally scheduled starting tomorrow. Juneau could not be rescheduled. Beginning and ending in the lively city of New Orleans, this remarkable journey honors the festive culture and deep roots of a region where music speaks universally and history is evident at every twist and turn of the river. Experience comfort aboard our latest ships as you explore captivating port cities like Natchez, showcasing a distinct mixture of African, British, and French influences, as well as Baton Rouge, the heart and core of Louisiana. This is the historic Mississippi River Cruise from American Cruise Line. Call me 434-258-9264. And just to keep everybody off guard.
Hey, Chillie and the gang. Look who I found. So here we are at the lovely No Name Bar, and we've had a lovely day. We've had maybe a few adult beverages. Maybe a few. Anyway, Nick didn't come with us. He decided to ditch Cindy and stay on the ship. So just the two of us got up to some trouble here. I'll send you some pictures later. Tan Dan was with us as well. Anyway, it's a beautiful day here. And as you can see from behind me, we had a few crew who showed up, but only 2 ships today. So just another beautiful day here. And now I got to say goodbye to my good friend Cindy. So anyway, I'm going to walk her back over to the ship. We're going to stop and buy another hat because she's got a Puerto Vallarta hat.
I don't have a Cozumel hat.
So we need a Cozumel hat for her. So anyway, hope you guys are having a great day. Have a good weekend. And actually, by the time you see this, it will be Monday probably. So anyway, have a good one. Take care. Love ya.
And that's at the No Name Bar. I love that. Of course, I love Elizabeth. Love Cindy too. So, all right, that's going to end the news portion of today's show. Let's go over and see who's in the chat room. Okay, up we go. All right, Steve's with us. Hey, Steve, out in Kentucky. Joanne's with us. Good morning, Joanne. There's Hot Air Tom. Mike's with us from the other side of the pond. There's Elizabeth. Buenos dias, Chillie and the gang. Enjoying another hot day here by the pool. Heading down to the beach a little later, going to take photos of more sidewalks today. Yeah, those sidewalks are pretty brutal there. I didn't load the second round of sidewalks. I did the first round one day last week. Gary Older Than Dirt's with us. Hey, Gary. By the way, if you're still in the chat room, are you home? And will you be home in an hour or so after I get done with the show and processing and whatnot? Need to call you. Anyway, that's Gary Older Than Dirt. If Chillie can do the sky ride on Mount Roberts, the eye will be a piece of cake. I hear you, Hot Air, but there's still this yellow streak that goes from outside my left shoulder to outside my right shoulder. I'm going to do it. I'm bound and determined. There's Cindy. Had so much fun at No Name Bar. Love the shop next door. Pretty cool. Always time to spend some time with Elizabeth. I totally agree. Gretchen's with us. Hi, Gretchen. Highly recommend MSC Seashore. Had a fabulous time and going back on the ship in 31 days with the girls. Awesome. I am working on setting up probably a group for the Grandiosa when it comes over in early 2026, Cindy. So I hope to have some information out on that here shortly. And then I've got a couple things that I'm looking at in 2025 after I finish the European business with Hot Air Tom. So I'm trying to do some few little interesting and different things. Elizabeth says it's always a fun time to meet up with Cindy. Dan was drinking his signature drink, jalapeno margarita. Oh, okay. And Cindy had her signature drink, the Aperol Spritz. No one loves sober. I agree. Hot Air Tom is welcoming Gary Older Than Dirt, Kenneth and Robin on our cruise, of course. Gary says, Tom, I'm counting the days. Can't wait. Islander coming to Tampa. Black Friday cruise booked. Awesome. Bob's with us. Good morning, Chillie and gang. Hi, Bob. Todd's here. Good morning, Todd. Carry On says, hello, guys. Cindy says, keep me posted on Grandiosa. Yeah, I will as soon as I can get it set up. I actually sent a message through to our rep, and I'm waiting to hear back from her. And then I'm going to put it out there. So I think it's going to be the first U.S. cruise for Grandiosa. And it's Eastern Caribbean cruise, at least what I've got in my records now, but there's nothing yet posted on the transatlantic, which I assume would be just before that. But, and if it's not the absolute first, then that doesn't matter either, but we're going to take a look at that. There's Kenneth. There's up in Pennsylvania. Good morning, Kenneth. And Elizabeth says, smash the like button. Yes, please do so. Hot Air Tom says, Chillie didn't mention. Oh, yeah. I didn't mention that. Hot Air Tom rented an SUV in Winchester, UK for our 3-night stay there. Chillie subject to a newbie driving on the wrong side. Hot Air says, Tom says, Kenneth, are you doing both Bliss cruises? No, they're going over. They were trying to come back on Cunard, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, Hot Air and I are going to be staying over there in Europe for about the 30 days or so, maybe not quite 30, that Bliss is in dry dock. And then we're riding the Bliss back. So, anyway, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff. And I'm letting Hot Air Tom, just he's booking stuff left and right. He keeps asking me, and I say, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll be there. So anyway, it's going to be a good time. And by the way, if you're wondering about us renting an SUV or whatever that thing, I think it's, an SUV in the UK, that's not going to have a wheelchair ramp. So we're going to have to take the chair apart, which it comes apart. It's just that it takes me too much time for my oxygen supply to do that and put it back together, which is why I got the ramp for my car. But with Hot Air Tom's help, I mean, even if I get off the chair at the back of the car and take it apart, and Hot Air Tom picks it up and puts it in the trunk or the back of the SUV, that'll eliminate some of the time that I had problems breathing when I was doing it solo. Hot Air Tom says 17 days. Okay, 17 days over there. All right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. I'm hoping to get outside a little today. I did not get outside this weekend as I'd hoped to. Between, we had some really cooler nights and cooler days and crappy weather. So, Chillie off-roading in Stonehenge should be a good video. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's going to be a lot of good video, and believe me, the Eye of London will be a good video too. And probably shots of my fear. Anyway, that's all coming up ahead. We're going to keep things busy here for the next, how long? For the next year, I'm not busy this summer. I've still got some more medical things to take care of. I don't have anything planned as far as cruises go until August. I may do some side trips. That one, we're going to see. But once we get to September, man, I go on a roll. From September to the 1st of May next year. I mean, I'm literally gone almost nonstop. So anyway, it's going to be a busy year, and I'm looking forward to that. All right, guys, that is going to wrap me up for today. Like Elizabeth said, smash that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, please take this as my invitation to subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you'll be notified when I go live or when a new video is posted. And I'm trying to do something along those lines multiple times a day now. So we'll see if I can keep that pace up. All right. That's going to wrap it up for today. Thanks for being with me, guys. I'm hoping to get a little sunburn this afternoon, but we'll see. You guys have a fantastic day. And as always,
I regularly post videos.
I didn't want to start that quick. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising, and hopefully one day soon we'll all get together on the high seas. Maybe I can do this without screwing it up. Y'all have a great day. I'll see you back here tomorrow.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chilliescruises.